So we could talk about the death of your mother and how that impacted you growing up.
Most would assume that was like the worst, most horrific thing that anyone could go through. And of course it is. Of course it's shocking and it's devastating. And you go through all of those emotions of, what is it going to be like for me when I have a wedding and when I have kids and all those kinds of things. But for me and the way my life had gone up until that point, I saw what my life would have looked like if my mother had stayed alive. And it would have been hardship and it would have been struggle and it would have been more instability and more chaos. So when she passed away, I was surprised to find myself like relieved by it all.
Really?
And I didn't feel guilty about it either, because in a way, like it was a gift she gave me to pass away. I mean, like it truly was, because my life would have never slowed down. My life would have never stopped being chaotic. My life and my sister's lives would have just been constant hardship and pain, and trying to help my mom, even as an adult, how to navigate all of that. I see people now that are trying to deal with that as adults, and it's terrible.
It is. So at the time though, did you know that? And what did you tell yourself at that time while that was happening?
I felt relieved. I mean, I was sad. I cried. I went through all the emotions, but then I was definitely relieved. And I think I just told myself, like, I mean, to be honest, it was like, all right, well, I'm here. I know I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to take advantage of the position that I'm in, which was a really great position. I was living with an aunt who was very well off. I was living in a very affluent area in Orange County and going to school with a bunch of like really smart, great people. So I just immersed myself in every social activity. I did all the things that I'd ever wanted to do growing up. And I got to like be my age. I got to be a kid essentially for the very first time without having to worry about when the ball was going to drop. And that was big for me. I mean, I would go ahead and say, and I think most people wouldn't say this, that high school was one of the best times of my life.